You guys are more fun to do. I'm so sorry about the billboard video. It's everything. But please wait for the food. Oh, come on, Daddy. And t-shirts. And this
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Denver Broncos. Two-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And he'll get out just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Hart. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. This defense for the Bears, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease, it bursts through it for a solid game.
Harvey now, 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's taken in by Franklin. They'll use the gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. It's always tough at NFL.
His man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, that's all. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked them up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't just ignored them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Against this defense in the edge rush, there's been a
working out of the gun is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On the edge of the National Football League, Will Anderson and Daniel Carter, great through really every level. There's a pro bowler, and their secondary is terrific. Yeah, they were really good.
They're going. It's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up the shot. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
It's into like the Texans and Arthur Smith in year number 2 of the Steelers.
Nix to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
2nd and 10.
He makes the start and he's injured a few plays in.
Here's Nix. The Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Nix from the shotgun.
Oh my God. Right there.
Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. 64 yards. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
She passed the first national Jordan.
And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Nix. He finds his way.
Jalen.
That's Cycling. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and then we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for the running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at this Bronco defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Showing 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Is finding that out right now.
To throw, Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Ramsey, 8-time Pro Bowler.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. And it is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out when they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
They bring the edge pressure off the slot as well. So you've got TK Watt, and then you've got Nichols as well. Nichols inside coming off the slot.
Handoff. Here's Harvey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards rushing for now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
What the fuck?
That's the point.
85 yards.
Inside the 30. A big play that time on a catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, it's around the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball. Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why when we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Yeah, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Next to the air. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram laying himself out in the end zone as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? We're cool to do it here in football.
No, I think you can do it here in football. A perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. You could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. But let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. The main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Pass caught right side by Logan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's out to the flat for Swift. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw, it's Williams. Into his receiver Moore. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. 20, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, we do have a flag down.
Yeah, bro.
Let's see what this is about.
He's serious. Stop. Yeah.
The attention of number 8. He's offensive tackles against their down 10. they can't give up to both edges. They've been put an extra body for the most part for the left side.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
It will be a quick decision by the time to somebody's not clear. Coaches would be going for in this exact same situation if you can hurry, but it's a pretty good training.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again here, Williams.
18 for 18.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. 7 play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That'll go to 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they're locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bears take over.
Recently beat cancer with Jerry Garcia in the mid-60s, founded the Rifle League in 1965. Drew for 30 years.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In self-possessions, and yet was able to do a good job. It's a punt. The penalty is exactly what they were doing.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. From the gun, here's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That'll be incomplete. Brett took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
There's been a few moving parts along this offensive line throughout the season, but there also has been at the running back position. They came in first.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Again, he'll drop the throw. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the air once more, Williams. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, momentary speed right there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Williams going to look to throw again.
I'm shading this too.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brad, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
What the fuck I'm doing?
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the third quarter, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, but to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
he blocked it all.
I anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, maybe they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at the yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Moore, the man in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
What's up?
Quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, it looks like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, he'll try to throw.
Bro, he didn't push the fuck out of me, bro. You should know better, man.
Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly get a little bit too greedy right there.
On the ground, it's Hardy to start the drive.
Right past the dude, bro.
At the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Yes, sir.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Harvey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down the inside the 40. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, and then taken down right at the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Now it's Nix. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will take it across midfield.
Ooh, how do you catch him, bro? I need speed, bro.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 34 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown here, Santos.
All that money DK Metcalf dropped the pass. What's the difference?
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Please drop that pass.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can. Oh, the turnover fast continues. Here's another interception. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears.
Just
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of the defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. We saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Whoa.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Throwing Nix.
Gosh,
At their own 46-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got on the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 82 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
One
back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you're talking about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Before they can snap it, time runs out. This third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
And this has not been the same since. He is as
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they just keep tracking
from the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to find the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Stupid,
And
man.
he'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8.
Nigga, I told you.
Down and 2-point conversions.
How'd you even, bro? How'd you even call that play, man? You didn't even call that play.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's called. He is not going to make it. It's a big
How you even call that goddamn?
and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
Wide 9, cover 3, 1st down. I can do this.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And a maneuver swings forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Williams with a little touch pass forward.
Oh, my God.
Defensively, they strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. That's a gain of 4.
On the fucking
4 minutes left in regulation. 2nd and goal from the 1. Williams going to sneak it. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, it can't be. Oh, yes, it is.
That's engineered by number 7, who completed a 6-yard pass to Christian Kirk. What is up? You're just trying to flip field position.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Santos now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
3 minutes left.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
To communicate with this defense, try out something like that, guys.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards a carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Now a 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll run again. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here before.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On the ground, it's Mononga. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and 1.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more,
And I was down 20.
no turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about